I don't have many Trump supporters come over here. Actually, you're the first one, and we're just gonna ask you questions about why you support the man that you support, and why not Biden over here. See, Biden won. Get over it. That's what he says over here. Biden won. So
If he was in a nursing home, yeah, I can see
a
that.
nursing home. Listen, Jeff, Trump is the same age as Biden.
Not mind-wise.
It, mind-wise, they're the same age. Like by a couple years, it's nothing. They are the same bracket. And Trump, if you look at the news, he's always forgetting things left and right. He doesn't know way, which way is up or down. So when you say, well, this and that, come on, Trump has making so many mistakes when he speaks in his speech and everything that he says, and he doesn't know what he's saying. Like he called.
Talking about Biden that way, right?
No, we're talking about Trump.
Oh, I thought it was Biden you were talking about.
No, we're talking about Trump. We're talking about
What
Trump.
he said.
Trump forgets everything. Listen, I agree they're both in the same age, but Trump is just as far lost. You know what I mean? The one running the country right now is Biden. And for him to be doing what he's doing in the capability of him running the country, I think he's doing a wonderful job. I mean, look at the economy. The economy is doing good.
Yeah, look at all the money going overseas.
Money has been going overseas since
Not
forever.
that much.
We need money to go overseas because that's how
We
we
gotta-
help our partners. We have partners overseas. We have to send them money.
We got to protect our borders.
Trump said
Because
that
you're
in the
letting
Trump
everyone-
said that in the first 6 months he was going to build a wall and that the border was going to stop and that we were going to have no issues with people crossing the border. Nothing like that happened. He didn't even finish like a fraction of what he said he was going to do when he said he was going to build the wall. So when you say, well, we didn't have that issue with when Trump was president, we have it even worse when he was president. And let me tell you, the reason there's so many migrants coming in is because the Texas governor and the Florida governor, DeSantis, are sending all of them on buses and airplanes, straight to New York City.
If you don't let them in, they can't send them anywhere.
Listen, they've been coming in since forever.
If you shut the borders, not in this pace.
Well, let me tell you.
How many millions have been crossing the border?
All right, so what about this? Biden and the Senate Democrat put up a bill to stop the crossing of the border. And guess who declined that bill? The Republican House. The House Republican declined the bill. And even Trump said himself that he didn't want the bill. Why? Because he wants everything the way it is, because it's helping him in a way. So he can claim, oh, see, they're coming through the borders. It's all Biden's fault and this and that. But there's a bill that went to that it passed on the Senate, but was stuck in the House, and they didn't pass it. That was going to help with the borders.
Yeah, but
So?
why after all the years they started making the border again, building the wall?
That war is the first of all. There's always been a war. There's always been a war on the borders, and
Really?
yeah. Why you
The
think
Canadians?
the Canadians don't have any?
See?
Well, we're talking about the one down south, not the one up north.
Oh, we're going both ways. No?
And let me say something. Most people that come here illegally come through airlines. They don't. You think that the one crossing the borders? No, the real illegals, are the one that come and stay and overstay their visas, and they come legally with a visa and they'll stay a few months and then they just decide not to go back. So, when they all come different ways, people will manage to always get into America. When
You got to show them how to leave too.
we have immigration. We got ICE, and they do it all the time. They, like how many thousands of people were deported during Obama? Like a ton, more than what Trump did. Trump didn't hardly ever. I mean, they got some people got deported, but it was more actually Obama that a lot of people got deported, and even so what you said.
Well, when Trump got elected, it was nothing but chaos. They wanted to impeach him almost immediately. He had a terrible presidency.
All right, let me introduce before. This is Donna. Donna, thank you for coming, for being here with Santos TV. I appreciate you being here. So when you guys hear these wonderful boys, that's Donna. on the background. So Donna, can you repeat what you just said? I'm sorry.
What did I just say?
Can you repeat what you just said? You were saying.
I forgot what I was saying.
You said
Your Bidenism, that's all.
Biden something.
You guys even forgot.
I wasn't
Oh,
paying
when
attention.
Trump was elected president,
What about?
he had a hard time from the very beginning. Nobody wanted him in there. They were looking a way to impeach him. I mean, his whole presidency was, I don't even know how he did what he did.
I mean, look. Of course, nobody liked him. Look what he says. And I mean, how? Why would you start your campaigning saying, everyone are rapists and everyone are,
Oh, they're not.
thieves?
How many people got killed because of these people coming over?
How many?
How many?
Compared to what we have here, listen, there's good people and bad people everywhere. So for you to just put it in a group of people and say, oh, all these illegals, are, rapists and thieves, come on. You know what I mean? I mean, you see women and children doing what everybody have done since the beginning of time, migrated. The reason there's Europeans and Asians and everything else native is because everybody migrated from Africa, right? Which was the birth of humanity. The birth of man was in Africa. And what they did, they migrated to Asia, they migrated to Europe, they migrated to everywhere else. So migration has been it's as old as time.
Yeah.
So America, people are always going to go wherever they can find a better life. If the better life is Asia or Europe or Cuba, let's say Cuba was like the epitome of, goodness or whatever, people will be going to Cuba. Like it's how it is. People want to better themselves for their family, for the children. I mean, you don't want to stay in a place, let's say, example, Palestine, you get a bomb all the time. You don't want to stay there. If you're born in Palestine,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And that's fine, but let them come legally, and we shouldn't have to pick up the tab for them.
But some of them do come illegally. But when it comes to legally or illegally, everybody's illegally in a way because everybody came illegally to America.
Yeah, but
It's
why
stolen. They stole. Not only did they come illegally, they stole the land from the natives. You know what I mean? And then sold it among each other. So there's, we started the government, and then they started to put laws so they can, stop other group or people, whatever, from coming in. But everybody has been coming in illegal since forever. So, and it depends how we use the word, because like some countries can get a visa and come to America, and others don't. Some can just say, you know what, I'm just going to get a visa, or I'm just going to buy a ticket and I'll go to America. Most European countries, they can do that. Most other countries, Asian countries, and every other country, they can just say, oh, I'm going to buy a ticket and go to America. So it's a fair imbalance, and this seems to be an unbalance, when it comes to that. So, and people will do whatever they can to better themselves. So if they have to go to America and make a better life, then that's what's going to happen. Right, yeah?
Well, you say the economy is really good. Look at the price of food.
The price of food is bad in the entire planet. Then China has it really bad with food. Latin America, is the inflation is through the roof.
But-
Everywhere around, this is a global matter. So if they want to focus, it's America, everything is going, the prices and everything's going up, and the inflation is global right now. All this stuff that's happening right now is global. It's at a global scale. So if you just want to say, it's just happening here in America because of Biden, no. Since you're going to say every other president having the same issue. Example, most Republicans love Putin. And they said, look at Putin. He's a great
I don't like
president.
Putin.
He's doing this. He's doing that. Look at the economy. It's the worst. It's almost as worse as North Korea right now. But most Republicans love Putin. Especially the far right Republicans.
Not
Oh,
me.
that's not true.
Not me.
Especially the far right.
Not Putin. Well,
Well, they don't even want to pass to finance Ukraine. The war of Ukraine. They don't even want to give them a budget. They said, Ukraine can defend itself. But the thing is, Ukraine is helping NATO. We are part of NATO. We made up NATO. So if something happened with Ukraine, NATO is going to be next. And right now, Ukraine is the line of defense. So we need to support Ukraine with weapons and funding. But far-right Republicans say, no, we don't need that. We need to help Putin beat up Ukraine and steal more land. The same way he stole land from Georgia, the same way he stole land from Ukraine, the same way he stole land from Finland and every other, most of European country.
Really Hitler.
Putin, yeah.
That's Hitler.
Yeah, of course.
That's how Hitler started out.
Well, yeah, and he's already, taking those steps. I mean, right now, in his country, if you don't have the right to anything. If you say something like protest or something against them, you go to jail.
What do you think's happening over here?
What?
Same thing.
No.
You say something wrong.
Well, it depends. You know what I mean? And
Let's not go back to Biden. And
you don't go to. First of all, you don't go to jail to say something wrong. But if you say something, for example, menacing against the president, and this just a couple of days ago, that Secret Service went and arrest some guy because he threatened Trump when Trump was president. He said that he was going to, get rid of him or whatever. So he got a visit from the Secret Service. So you don't threat the president. It's taken seriously. But what do you think, Donna? Wouldn't you think that that's the right way to go?
Oh, yeah, I mean, no one should be threatening. Certainly not the president.
Exactly. So, we have the right of, freedom of speech and whatever, but we have to behave like adults. We have to behave like civilized people. There's certain things that you can say. There's some, and just be careful. Like there's certain things I can say. You know what I mean? There's something a lot of people can say, and and it's good because it works for everybody, and people live in peace, and people don't feel disrespected or whatever. But we all have the same issue, and it needs to. I cannot go to North Korea and say, Kim Jong-un sucks. What would you think happened to me? You know what I mean?
No, let's find out.
Yeah. Let's send out some Trump supporters that love like Trump. He went to visit Kim Jong-un, send him a love letter. He told him he loved him and gave him all these gifts and a hug, But he was playing as a fool because Kim Jong-un was laughing. He looked at Trump like a big fool. You know what I mean? Because he was still threatened, to drop nuclear bombs in America, and he was still kept threatening, South Korea and Japan and everyone else.
Biden took over. Why did the balloons come flying over from China?
Well, we got rid of the balloon. We got rid of the balloon.
How many balloons?
It was just one.
No, there was more than one.
The other one was not at the scale of that balloon. It was only one balloon. And we got an F-22.
President when that happened?
Huh? Oh, come on.
Was
A balloon.
What was it?
You know what I mean? First of all, it got destroyed. And second,
And how
the
long
balloon
did it take them to
didn't
destroy it?
It didn't drop any bomb because we were studying it. We studied.
And while they were studying us, it works out, yeah.
Well, we were studying the balloons. We were studying what was going on. So nothing happened with the balloon. We were just trying to see, what they were trying to do with it. So it was fine. We were just, what I mean? Nothing happened. It was, nothing happened. We nobody was for it, and nothing happened. They didn't steal any intelligence. They didn't got anything that they wanted.
We couldn't get intelligence out of it.
Well, we got tons of intelligence. And the one, Trump doesn't even believe in our intelligence. He believes in Putin's intelligence, in Russian intelligence, ahead of ours.
I never heard him say that.
Yes, he did, because when...
I haven't heard that.
Yes, he did, because when we were talking about the war in Ukraine, he was like, oh, that's not going to happen. I trust Putin. I talked to Putin. Everything is fine. And our intelligence was saying, listen, Ukraine is going to get invaded. So he trusted more.
Did it get invaded while Trump was there?
No, of course
Biden
not.
was there?
Of course, Ukraine.
right.
And why didn't Ukraine didn't get invaded while Trump was there?
They waited for
You
a
want to
white
know why?
president.
Because Trump was given everything Putin wanted. Everything he wanted,
they
Trump
wanted
was
a
handed
white
into him.
president.
Listen, Trump, if Putin would have started a war in Ukraine while Trump was president, it wouldn't happen. No war wouldn't happen because Trump would just hand them Ukraine. He would just take it. We're not going to help them out. We're not going to fund them. We're not going to give them any money. Just take it. As a matter of fact, we'll help you, get Ukraine. And that's exactly what they want. That's, all the far-right Republicans, on the House, Major Green, that lady, and Laura Bover, the other lady, and the other folks, they want to start the war in Ukraine. They want Russia to win. They don't want to give them the funding. So when you say, well, it wouldn't happen because Trump was in power, it's because Trump would definitely give them Ukraine. And he said it. Trump said it on one of his interviews. Just hand over Ukraine. Let's Putin take Ukraine. What are we going to get with Ukraine? We don't get nothing with Ukraine. Just give it over to Putin. That's it. So Trump is a kiss-ass of a Putin puppet. Because Putin is a smart man. And Trump cannot compete with him.
See, you don't even believe yourself.
It's not belief. It's facts. You can Google it. It's all facts. It's all in the media. It's all out there. You just have to do your homework.
Yeah, but I can't understand why Biden's not going to do something more.
Like what?
Like protect our borders.
You guys stopped the bill.
We got to protect these
He
borders.
did put. There's a bill that he was ready to sign, and the Senate. He passed the Senate. When he went to the House, which is controlled by the Republicans, that bill got killed. And Trump himself said he didn't want the bill. He urged the House Republican to kill the bill that was going to help us more protect the borders. So what do you want Biden to do? He was ready to sign it, and get to work. But the House Republican again say no. Trump say no. So,
I got to study that.
oh, he's
I think Trump wants to be the one that builds that wall.
exactly. No, Trump wants to be the one to put the bill. That's exactly
Yeah.
what happened. He wants to be the one to do it so he can take credit. And said, oh, see, Biden didn't do anything. See, I signed the bill. See, I did it.
And that's what will happen.
And guess what happened? Well, because of that, thinking of himself, not thinking of the American people, now, we having all these issues going on. You know what I mean? Instead, if he was, not being selfish and said, well, you know what, pass the bill, let help the American people, let's, stop the crossing of the borders. Biden will sign it, and, we wouldn't be in a better, situation right now. But if we have one side always blocking the other side, just because of
Well, that's
political.
what they do. The both sides, Republican and Democrats. That's what.
Not
they
so
do.
much Democrats. Look what happened with Obama. Every time he was put up a Senate, no, not a Senate, but a judge, the Supreme Court judge, Mitch McConnell, came and said, "Oh, he cannot do that because it's the end of his term." But he did it with Trump in the end of his term. Then when he was the other way around, oh, it's the beginning of his term. He's not ready. So Mitch McConnell screwed Obama many times with Supreme Court judges.
Yeah.
So they do it way more than Democrat, if ever. Democrat don't do it, but if they have, definitely the Republicans have taken, advantage in the board on this one.
They need to think of the American people
They're
and
not.
work together.
Especially
Especially the Democrats.
Trump and the MAGA. MAGA.
MAGA.
All you guys think is about guns.
Salute when you say
Where's your gun? You brought a gun over here. What's your... Hold on. Go ahead. Show us your high rifle.
that's a Democrat rifle.
That's a Republican rifle. That's what you guys do. Show us your shoes.
Oh, you just want to see my shoes?
I want to see your shoes.
Oh my God.
Look at these shoes. Hold on. Take it off. Take it off. Let's take a look at those shoes. Look at these shoes. These are the Trump shoes that came out.
Yep.
Oh, the Biden shoes got memory foam.
Memory phone. This one has more than memory phones. This one has a lot more than memory phones. Can you believe this guy? Trump shoes. He came in a pickup, right? You have a pickup.
Yeah, I got a pickup.
With a huge banner of Make American Great flag on it.
And my house is covered with it.
Oh, I'm sure your house is covered with other stuff. You have Trump dolls and everything, right?
No, I got a picture of Trump. I even got a Trump doll.
Why?
I gotta bring that in.
All right, this is my question. Why? Why all buying all this Trump stuff? What do you get out of it? Why?
Support him.
That's a way for you to support Trump.
The more people don't want him, Jeff wants
So
him.
he's taking money of you, and he claims to be a millionaire, but you're giving more money to the billionaire. How about you support the poor, the people that really needs the money?
Yeah, why don't you do do that with Biden? How about the veterans they're kicking out of housing just to put the immigrants in there? How about that?
So first of all, that's not true.
no,
No
no,
veterans are
but-
getting kicked out to put a migrant. That's a Fox
They're
News
taking
lie.
veterans and they're, you know,
Not happening.
Ignoring-
We have a lot of homeless on the street, and we
A lot
have a
of
lot of
homeless.
veterans.
you got a lot of Americans.
We do have a lot of homeless, but remember how this started. You got to go to the root of all the stuff. Fentanyl. Most of them, not most, all of them, and I wouldn't say even most of them, but most of them have, mental disorder, and they have, drug issue like fentanyl, which, is taking over our communities, and is, killing, our people. So fentanyl, number one, is making a lot of people homeless because they put all their money on drugs and they're not able to, pay their rent or whatever. They're losing their jobs because they're doing drugs. Another thing that's happening is the housing market. And the housing market, is going all the way up because there's people legally that come to America, millionaires that are buying bunch of houses. They're coming from China. They're coming from Europe. They're coming from elsewhere. And they're buying all the houses. So what happened to the houses? The value is going up, so people here can afford to buy a house, anymore because of the value of the property going all the way up, So when we go to homelessness, there's a lot of, it's not just one issue. It's like a puzzle. And there's a lot of pieces to it, and that, make a lot of, all this homelessness going on. Plus, there was a law that they wouldn't be like couple years ago, or maybe 5 years ago, 4 years ago, there used to be a law that homeless people couldn't be outside,
Yeah.
whatever, asking for money and or whatever, do something stuff like that, and then they enacted the law that they could do it, and that's why you start seeing all of them, So
And that's a sight. I mean, to see somebody on the street, in the cold and stuff, that shouldn't be.
Wait a minute. Immigrants, what do they get?
speak on the mic.
They get health care.
You can swinger. Yeah,
Bring it? Yeah, all right.
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. What?
Yeah, like the immigrants that come over, they get health care.
That's
Well, not homeless. They don't get health care.
First of all, most homeless,
They get a
some of them,
telephone.
they do get health. And not only do they get health care,
All right.
most of them are on SSI because I talked to a few of them. I talked to most of them. They get SSI.
Yep.
Most of them. Most homeless people you see out there, they get Donna. They get in SSI. They got health care. Most all of them get SSI. They also get free food and they get free shelter. So we have all of that in place for them. When they said, most Republicans say, well, illegals are here, and they vote, they're voting on the ballot, and they getting all these healthcare and they getting all these, food stamp. That is all bull. They're not getting none of that. Most of them, you know what they're doing? They're working on your yards. They're climbing up all the trees and cutting trees. They're doing, picking up tomatoes in the farms. And they're selling. They're not asking for money. If you see them in the corner and they're illegal, they're probably selling you flowers. They're selling you produce. That's what I seen them doing. I haven't seen yet an illegal immigrant on the corner asking for $1. Have you seen one, Donna?
No, that's why there's all Americans out there asking for money because
Why?
the
Why?
immigrants are taking it all.
Oh, immigrants are taking over what?
Taking all the money.
Why? By working?
No, by not working.
By working, because those they do is work. Everybody has to pay rent. They all pay rent. They all pay. As a matter of fact, they pay taxes. They get their thing number.
Why they take those hotels and transfer them into shelters for them?
Listen.
Up on 95.
So, because some of them have children. They're women and children. So would you feel okay to see them freezing to death on the street?
Or you feel better seeing an American freezing in the street?
Well, if the American is on fentanyl and has some, mental issue, and they don't want to go because they know where to go, because we have, tons of places that they can go and sleep overnight.
Yeah, they need more help, though.
They
Just overnight, they need help, with their drug abuse.
they need help. But remember, this drug thing is nothing of today. I mean, back in the 80s, we have the crack cocaine era, which was everywhere.
Talk about crack cocaine. How about Biden's son?
What about Biden's son?
Talk about cocaine in the White House now.
Yeah, well, listen, that place where they found that cocaine, that was a place.
Don't tell me about.
It was a
they-
tourist.
they couldn't-
It was a tourist spot where many people go and visit the White House.
So many cameras in that place. You told me they couldn't spot it.
Listen, it was a tourist place, and
Maybe
someone
Clinton-
just forget.
maybe Clinton
They
was-
haven't proven it.
So is so for you to say that it was Biden when even Biden don't go around that area, that's a lot of news, right wing news that you watch. That's telling you all this misinformation.
Cover up information. Yeah, all right.
But anyway, what we're gonna do, we're gonna do this again. We're gonna meet again, and we're gonna talk. Also, we have a big election this year coming up, and we'll definitely have some more of Mr. Jeff, the Trump supporter. With
Hat burning session or
we're gonna have more of you giving us a vision and giving us your side of things that in the political side of a Republican, because we all want to know and think and see what do the Republican thinks of what's going on with Trump hush money and all this stuff that's going on.
But
Yeah,
that hush
part of
money,
their
though,
business,
why is that an issue? I mean, he did something wrong and he took his money and he paid her off. Why is that a big deal?
because it's tax deal. When you mess with these people and their taxes, like everyone else, we would have been in jail a long time ago. But Trump seems
Well,
to have
you know
privilege.
What, though?
He has.
Maybe Trump would have been in jail a long time
Well,
ago.
he has,
Since he's been president.
Well,
is where they want him.
he seems-
now
he's-
they're gonna arrest him.
He's-
Now they're gonna.
Well, he
you know?
seems to have some privilege. Because remember, Michael Cohen, which was the lawyer
He
for the
went to
hush money,
jail.
he did jail time.
Yeah, he did.
He did. He did jail time. And he said, listen, I'm guilty. I plead guilty. And he did jail time. And he took it like a man. And he said it. I was wrong. And I admitted that I was wrong. And I won't do it again. So Trump needs to, stand up, be
Well,
a man.
All the things that Trump has done in the past, and I know he's done quite a few.
A lot.
But nobody, cared at that time. But they can now.
No,
because-
they always care. It was just, it wasn't out there. He's like, he's like,
Yeah, but he wasn't in the. You didn't hear about him. You never heard about him. Now it's like every day he gets a new charge against him.
well, because he keep opening his mouth and he keep
Well, that's
incriminating
the worst-
himself.
That's the worst.
It's his
thing.
own fault. He's his own
Yeah.
worst enemy.
He is. He is
Just-
absolutely.
Shut
needs
the
to
F
shut
up,
up,
and
yeah.
that's it. But he's his own worst enemy.
If like even when Nikki Haley backed out, I mean, he had to say something rotten about her. Just she backed out and that was it. But I knew he was going to say something, and that's what he does. He's his own worst enemy when it comes
He
to.
called Nikki Haley Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And
Well, look at what. Speaking of Nancy Pelosi, look at what she tried to do to Trump. I mean, she hated his guts. I don't think there was any person out there that hated somebody as much as she hated him.
well, Trump hated back just as much.
Yeah.
Trump
But you know
hates
what?
her just as much as she hates
Yeah,
him.
but she wanted him out. She
Listen-
wanted any which way though. She wanted him out.
Listen,
she hated him.
it's karma. Trump hated her, she hated him back. You know what I mean? He hated her first. So you're gonna get what you put out there. That energy is gonna come back to you.
Yeah, but when you're president, I mean, they had no respect for him at all. I mean,
Because he
even
had no
though-
respect for himself.
Even though he's an ass, we all know that. But they didn't respect him in any way being president. I mean, even if I don't like the president, he is my president, and I will respect him. But they didn't do that. Nobody did that with him.
Because when he was president, before he was president, he was talking about Obama birth place, which was a lie. Oh, Obama cannot be president. He was not American. Oh, Obama this, Obama that. So he started to build all that hate.
Yeah.
So when
yeah.
he was president, guess what's going to happen? He's going to come back to you. It's karma.
Yeah. And
Whatever you-
I mean, he's his own worst enemy.
He's his worst enemy. If he would have just,
Shut up.
shut up, he would have been in a better place right now.
Yeah.
But
absolutely. I mean,
this
if he
is-
but he doesn't, and he doesn't. I swear to God, he doesn't know enough to shut up.
Well,
You
So and that's what happens. So when you say, well, this and that, and why people hate him, no, He started it. He did it first. He's the one that all this energy that's coming back is that people forget what he did before. You forget before he was president all the things he said about Hillary, about Obama, about everyone else, about Pelosi, which the House, the House president back then. And then when he became president, all that is coming back.
It came at him as soon as he became
Exactly.
president. I mean, but everything. I mean, they didn't give him a chance to think. I mean, they was going to impeach him right away. I mean, I couldn't even keep up with it.
Yeah, but why was impeached? Look at January 6th and what happened on January 6th. He encouraged them. He said, "I will follow you. I'll be in the Capitol. I'll be there. Go. I'll be there." He said it.
But he was going to
Speak
get
on the mic, sir.
when he
Speak
was
on the
going
mic.
to get impeached. This was before January 6th. They wanted to impeach him.
Yeah, but because of the thing he said, because of the other thing that he's done.
Yeah, but how about, was it Hillary Clinton? How about all the shit that she did? That gets wiped under the table.
What did she do? She wasn't president. What did she do?
Destroyed records.
She had private emails.
She destroyed.
Listen,
her
all they
cell
talk about
phones
those
and all
emails
and all that money
and all
that
this
China
stuff.
gave 'em.
That never happened.
Oh,
They
that-
said, "Oh, she got all these emails. 3,000." It was a bull. Those emails never happened.
Well, why
They
did-
just keep. It was a theory that they made up just to make it look bad because
Why did she?
it was
she
all a lie.
Destroy her phones.
Who?
Hillary.
What do you mean she destroyed her phones?
She destroyed them.
All her phones?
Yeah, all her phones. Why did she do that?
Don't watch all these conspiracy theories that they put out there because they just make it. It's just making you crazy. They said, "Oh, Hillary Clinton, she destroyed her phones. She destroyed the emails. She did this. She did that." It's all conspiracy theory. It's all lies just to confuse the American people more.
And nobody's lying about Trump.
I
Whatever
mean,
they say about Trump is true.
well, he doesn't deny it.
Without-
Trump himself said, "Well, yes, it did happen, but I grabbed him by that P word, but I did this to her, but you know what I mean?" He doesn't deny any of it. He actually confirmed some of it. So that's why we know it's
Well,
true.
he's very honest, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But he loves
You
America,
give him that.
too.
Huh? He loves America.
Yeah.
That's what
He
you
does. I
said-
believe that he really does. And
Listen, Trump doesn't love America. Trump loves himself first. He loves himself.
Well, I agree.
Then maybe he loves America,
I-
but he loves
Yeah.
himself.
He does love himself for sure.
I
But
mean-
I believe that he does love America.
Keep in mind,
I have it. I feel it in my
we
heart.
all love
He does,
America.
You know.
Biden loves America. Obama loves America. We all love America. I'm sure Jeff loves America, right?
I'm going
Absolutely.
to the Bahamas after this.
Are you going to be an immigrant at the Bahamas?
Yeah, I'm planning on it.
For all of you who live in the Bahamas, this Trump immigrant supporter that's going to be there. So make sure you deport him.
They love us down
Well, whoever wins, I mean, I just hope the
just hope
country
both
gets
of them.
better. You know.
All right, we're going to leave it over here. That's that. And we'll see you guys soon. And to everyone else out there, thank you for watching Santos TV.